Up, Whitey Nerdigans. This is the one and only Packer Girl 89. And today's video game nerdigan E3 conference review is going to be on EA. And EA, the only conference that was worse than yours was PC gaming. And I'm even going to do a video on PC gaming's E3 conference, or E3 conference, because it was that freaking bad. But you had some highlights that were good, but your conference was just awful. So let's get to this here. So you opened up your show with Titanfall 2. You showed off a high-octane multiplayer, and you also confirmed that there's a single-player campaign would be included this time around. And thank Kami God that you did that, because I did not understand why you didn't do it for Titanfall 1. That was freaking stupid. So at least you did something right this time around with Titanfall 2. I'm not an FPS person, but for those that like Titanfall, there you go. At least you got something. So then something that you actually did right with Madden NFL 17 is that you actually expanded your esports emphasis, and the 4 global EA majors will award more than $1 million in prize money this year, and the smaller scale challenges and premier events will allow gamers of all skills to get involved. You did something right with Madden. This is what Madden needed. This is what Madden should have done on the PS3 and 360. You guys should have done this ages ago. Why the fuck didn't you do that ages ago? What is wrong with you guys? But at least you're doing something right. My God. You know what I'm surprised about with UEA? Well, you know what? I'm kind of glad you didn't show NBA Live, because NBA Live is like lame compared to NBA 2K. So, you know what? You gotta pass on that. But, and, yeah, NHL, meh. Okay, EA didn't have much to say about BioWare's Mass Effect Andromeda, but did promise we would get more details later this fall. And BioWare General Manager Aaron Flynn reiterated that this was a game all about exploring never-before-seen star systems, saying that this is a galaxy where you are the alien. Now that is freaking cool, because usually with Mass Effect, you are the human. So BioWare is stepping up its game. So Mass Effect fans, you are happy. And a new behind-the-scenes video revealed a variety of new aliens and potentially a version of the game's heroine. So there you go. You're probably happy with that. So this is where I got freaking pissed. And if you were at my Video Game Nerdigan E3 live stream, wait a minute. This was on Sunday. You were probably hearing me rant about this, because we really didn't give a rat's butt about this, was FIFA 17. You spend so much time on this, and we're like, we don't care. We don't. You had this single player campaign dubbed The Journey. And I was thinking, why did you not have this in Madden? Why? I think you've done it before in Madden, but I can't remember. And anyway, this campaign follows an up-and-coming fictional soccer player named Alex Hunter, and players will make decisions about his personal life. Will watch his fortunes rise and fall, depending on how players manage to perform on the pitch. We don't freaking care. And EA also outlined its major areas of gameplay emphasized for FIFA 17: a set-piece rewrite, an active intelligence system, more options for physical play, and new attacking techniques. Oh my God, we did not. And the worst part was it kept dragging on and on. And then they had a soccer player come up, and I was just like, dude, you didn't do this for Madden. And Madden was so short. I was just like, EA, why are you doing this to us? Just stop. Stop the madness. Stop it. And then this was the only game. The next game is the only game I would buy from EA, which is Fe. Fe looks so freaking awesome. I'm trying to remember what I thought it was. Fe reminded me of like a darker version of Banjo-Kazooie. That's what I was thinking of originally. So at E3 2016, EA lifted the lid on its new indie publisher, EA Originals label. Each year, the company intends to partner with and fund a handful of small game makers to bring their smaller projects to market. This is, okay, EA, I'm going to give you props for this. This was a brilliant move by you guys, because the first announced game under the new banner is Fe, a gorgeous new adventure game from Swedish indie developer Zoink Games. This was my favorite game of your conference, and I will buy this in a heartbeat. This game was so beautiful. It was so dark, and I loved it. It just, oh man, it like the music that was with it was like, you know how Banjo-Kazooie is like in a major key for you music nerdigans? It's like it's played in a major key. This one was like in a minor key, in a macabre key, if you will, and it was so beautiful. I was just like, oh, the main character reminded me of the shadow creatures in Kingdom Hearts. That's what it reminded me of. I was just like, oh my god, it was so beautiful. I was in love. Fe is described as a game without words, playing as a lone cub in a dark forest, and players will meet a variety of creatures, all of which have their own song, and each song players learn will help players gain new access to new areas of the forest. And that's what reminded me of Banjo-Kazooie. I think it was more like Banjo-Tooie it reminded me of, because you always gather new music notes. You were gathering music notes and shit. That's why it reminded me of that. Okay, so for the Star Wars stuff, like, this is what bothered me about the Star Wars portion. They just kept talking about why they love Star Wars. I was like, just shut the frick up and just show us the Star Wars games. My God. EA has a huge variety of Star Wars games in the works, and the company took a few minutes to provide a short status update on some of these highly anticipated projects, and the company confirmed that Battlefront 2 in development at DICE. Okay, DICE is awesome. You could trust DICE. DICE knows what they're doing. In conjunction with Motive, will release in 2017, and EA also confirmed the sequel would contain content from the new movies. I trust you, DICE. DICE is one of the only companies you could trust from EA. I trust Zoinks too. From what I saw with that gameplay, whew, I will buy that game. EA, make sure Fe comes out on the Nintendo NX and the Wii U, please. I want to play it on the Nintendo system, and maybe even the 3DS. Not on the 3DS. Maybe the 3DS. But I think the Wii U would. The reason why I say the Wii U, I don't know how once I see what the NX looks like, I will say maybe the NX. The reason why I say the Wii U, this is why I'm going back to Fe for a second, is because I think you guys could utilize the gamepad for Fe. I think it would be so cool to see it on the Wii U. And EA also confirmed that Amy Hennig's major story-driven Star Wars game would be released in 2018, and reiterated that the game would be an original narrative and would feature new characters. And finally, although it remains undated, EA noted that Titanfall developer Respawn's third-person action-adventure Star Wars game would explore a different era of the Star Wars universe. Oh my god! Yeah, I know you Star Wars nerds are happy. We'll see what happens. I'm curious what you Star Wars nerdigans are, where you Star Wars nerdigan thinks it's going to happen. Okay, let's get to probably the best part for all you nerdigans here. Probably the best part of EA's conference for all of you, which is Battlefield 1. This is where I got to give props here, is Battlefield 1. Because Battlefield 1 is World War I. And we haven't had a World War I game in forever. I think the last World War I game came out on the PS2. So this is, the trailer was beautiful. So one major point of emphasis for Battlefield 1's more dynamic battles, dynamic destruction is still present, and weather can change unpredictably, which is good. And according to EA, a map might play very differently during a bright day, heavy fog, or rain. And I can't wait to see something I wish we would have saw in the trailer are because this is important in World War I. Actually, this is why World War I was one of the most brutal wars, if you know your history, is because of the trench warfare. There was hella chemicals used in trench warfare, and if they do that, I really hope Battlefield 1 is historically accurate. EA, please keep it historically accurate, because people were losing limbs, especially in the single story campaign. Please keep it historically accurate. People were losing limbs, and you were throwing different types of gases. Oh man, you got to keep it historically accurate. And EA also noted that the behemoth vehicles, including an airship, armored train, and battleships, can all be piloted. You can drive armored freaking trains in this game. That's cool. I will give you props for that. And Battlefield 1 is going to be available October 21st worldwide. There is a collector's edition for Battlefield 1, and it's available to pre-order on Amazon as well. And I'm curious, what do you think EA was? EA, I gotta ask you, why do you hate RPGs so much? Seriously, I mean, Fia looks beautiful. Fia's like the only game I would buy. But why do you hate RPGs so much? I really want to know. Why are you hating on RPGs? We need more RPGs out of you. That's the only thing that I have yet to see from you as an RPG. I mean, every other conference had basically, maybe Bethesda didn't really have it. No, Bethesda had it with Elder Scrolls. Every other conference had an RPG. You didn't. What is your problem? Why do you hate us RPGers so much? I have to ask that. Anyway, what did you nerdigans think of the EA conference? Personally, besides PC's E3 conference, I thought it was the worst, in my opinion. The only thing that would save this conference, in my opinion, was Fee, because I liked it. And probably because I know everyone's going to say it, is Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1, the thing that got me is the train. I like the fact that you can do the train. That thing is cool. But anyway, EA, I want to know for the other thing too. Battlefield 1 will be ruined. EA, you better answer this if you're watching this. EA, are you going to have trench warfare? And keep it historically accurate. If you are not going to keep it historically accurate, then you're going to ruin Battlefield 1 for everybody. You are. Or at least for the history buffs, like me. You're going to ruin it for everybody. But anyway, as I said, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as I mentioned in the Sea of Thieves video that I did previous to this one, I created a wish list on Amazon, because I've had many nerdigans request to do Let's Plays, game reviews, and what was the other thing? And live and video game streaming. And one of my nerdigans yesterday was saying, you know what, Packer Girl, go create an Amazon wish list. So if you guys want me to expand my video game nerdigans empire, you could check out my Amazon wish list. And if you want to help contribute to that, you guys can always purchase from that and see what I'm looking into doing. And then also, if you don't want to do that and just flat out, because a lot of the stuff in there is expensive or too expensive, you could always donate to my Patreon, and both links will be in the description box below. And also, you can catch more of my shenanigans on Twitter, and that will be in the description box below as well. So anyway, I will be seeing you guys in the next video, which will be probably a discussion on probably I'll do it on South Parks next. Until next time, nerdigans, I will be seeing you later.